This video review is being brought to you by PrimeToys.net. PrimeToys.net, where you can get collector-grade toys without the collector-grade pricing. And be sure to stick around to the end of this video review, where you can get not one, but 2 codes to use on PrimeToys.net for great discounts. And I'm a reviewer, so let the reviews be joined. Hey guys, your friend Donabot back yet again with another video review. And as you can see, we're going to continue our look at the Titans Returns Wave 2 Deluxe Class figures. And we're going to look at the Titan Returns Deluxe Class Mindwipe. Before we get into Mindwipe, let's once again look at the packaging real quick, which basically shows that Mindwipe has 16 steps for transformation. You have Mindwipe here in his Bat mode, and you have him in his Robot mode with his Titan Master Vorth. At least I believe I'm saying that right. It's V-O-R-A-T-H. So I hope I am pronouncing that right. Here on the packaging, we got, of course, the little bio where basically says that Vorth gives Mindwipe control over other bots' central processors, making them servants to do his bidding. Basically, give Mindwipe his original G1 power, where he could kind of hypnotize other Transformers. We also got here, of course, on the side here, the images of the Wave 2 Deluxe figures, where we have the Titan Master Apeface, Wolfwire, Astral Train, and Soundwave, each in the respective Titan Master Deluxe class, Voyager class, and Leader class. Not bad at all. But let's go ahead and look at the Mindwipe here himself. We'll set the packaging up out of the way, and we'll bring Mindwipe a little bit closer. One thing I have to admit I really do like about these guys, again, is the paint that they use on these guys. Very, very well done. I love the purple here on Mindwipe. It actually, because of all this, it actually makes it very hard to decide which one of these I like the best. I mean, it is a tough decision for these. But as you see, he's got some great, nice purple all on his body here. And even some great detail work as well. If you can get it off here in the wings, there is some great mechanical detail work. Basically making it look like he definitely is more machine in the wings than anything, which definitely does look really good. He, of course, has his black in areas, of course, and this nice rubber bit for his head, which is also really good. He even has it here in the wings on this last bit here, and the main part here are regular hard plastic, but the end here is regular rubber, which does work wonders for it. You got, of course, the more plastic here and here, and then you got smaller wings here that are also rubber, so that is really cool. I do love the shade of, I guess it's more of a maroonish color or style for that, and I love the detail again on those wings as well. It's very, very well done. And also got some little silver bits here in the back of the wing, which will become part of his leg. That is one of the key things I really like about this guy, is his transformation for his legs. But that's enough on this. Let's go ahead and look at a little bit better on the head sculpt of the bat. Very, very nice detail on this. I do love this. I love again, it's full rubber. It's got some nice black edges here on the ears, basically. It's got nice painted sculpts all around in there. Very, very cool. The mouth does open a little bit, and he's got some nice little silver paint for his fangs in there, which looks really good. It just works wonders for these guys. Like I said in my previous video on Highbrow, I do believe they stepped it up on this wave. I mean, it's just so hard to decide. I mean, I was actually on the pledge to get these guys for the Takara version, but really, these guys don't really need to do that. I mean, they're just really well done. I mean, it's just so good. Hasbro just really stepped it up on these guys. But we'll set the body here, and we'll go ahead and bring in his accessories. One of his accessories is this little claw shield type weapon that he has, which also has gun barrels on it. And again, the paint is worth it for it. I mean, you got the nice silver here, you got the same purple and the reddish maroon color here. And you also got the black piece bit for the blades there. All of it looks really, really cool. It does look really well done. I mean, the G1 never had nothing like this. All he had was basically the gun. But it's very, very cool and very well liked. I do love the detail again on this one. It's got some nice detail work in there. But we'll set this aside and we'll bring in his gun. Definitely the G1 style to this. Oh, pardon me. Oh, look. Ooh. Ooh, again, sorry for that. Very nice detail again here on the gun. Definitely a good image to the original G1 gun. I did have the Mindwipe in the G1, and this is definitely reminiscent of his gun that he had. I love the detail here again. It's got some nice little detail in there. It's of course the same shade of purple basically as Mindwipe himself. So it definitely looks really good. We'll set this aside and we'll bring in his Titan Master Varth here, or Vorth, or however you want to say it. Again, he's got the same purple in his paint for his arms and legs. His head is kind of plain like the other ones. I kind of do wish they could have put a little bit of silver or something in there, maybe even a little of this red, or excuse me, this purple here in his face, just to give it a little bit more detail and to stand out a little bit more. And then of course you got the head back here for Mindwipe. All in all, not bad at all. Now you can do a couple things with Varth and his accessories here. One thing is you basically flip it over here and you see this got this big compartment here basically for him. You can take Varth, you can just sit him down in here, and he sits in real nice and snug. As you see, he has a little peg right here at the back of his feet that will peg right into that hole right there, which gives it a nice little addition to make him nice and snug in the weapon here. You slide him up out of the way just to keep his arms up, and you can take these blades here and you can just fold these back over, and they don't really lock down, but they kind of fold over there, which kind of gives them a little bit of a, almost like a control panel basically, I guess you can say there. We can fold his hands back down to give him like a steering position, and you can then take his gun and use this little peg hole here. You just peg it in like so, and it gives him a little drone type thing, kind of really reminiscent of what the Titan Masters are doing in their single packs. So this is actually not bad at all. This is, you could actually use as a sled or a little, I don't know, a command station, or even a drone or anything. You can imagine this to be any way on that. It looks really good as that. But let's go ahead and take this back apart, because we're going to be, oh, and before I show this other thing off, you fold the blades up again, and you take the gun and you peg it on this end, on the back part. And what you do with this, you use this peg here, and you're going to basically plug it into Mindwipe. He's got a big hole right here basically in his butt. I mean, it's no easy way to say that, but you just plug it in right there, and this basically becomes his tail for his bat mode. Kind of weird looking with the gun, but it is what it is. I mean, it's a good place for storage and whatnot for him. Nextly, you have this clear red area, and like all the other Titan Masters, this is a storage compartment for your Titan Master. You just kind of slide it open, and again, you have the peg hole, or excuse me, the peg here, and you have a peg hole right there for his feet. Basically, you'll want to fold his hands up to get them out of the way, but you just stick his feet and you kind of plug it into that peg hole. Well, actually, it's easier to do it this way. Kind of sit him down first, because he's going to just slide back into the compartment, and then you just kind of use the peg hole to peg him in, and you can close this up, and he's in there nice and snug. Pretty cool. nice design for that. It definitely kind of shows off that, you know, he's in bat mode, so he's going to be kind of controlling them from there with a view. So that is pretty nice to do. We'll go ahead and get him out of there, which I'm having a little trouble popping him loose. And you see, actually, with mine, my little visor keeps wanting to pop loose. It's not really that bad of a problem, but there we go. Just snug that, lock that back up, and we're going to go ahead and detach the weapon in that from, because we're going to transform Mindwipe here into his robot mode. We'll set these guys aside, and to do this, it's simple. 16 steps is what the instructions show. Now, one thing here is you have to detach right here at the wings. You see it does, when you transform it into bat mode. Oh, I didn't show this for his mode, because this is basically part of the transformation, but you can kind of bend the wings like so if you wanted to get him like a little curved bat flight style. That's kind of why I had it like this. Kind of give him like a nice little wings, like he's sitting down and his wings are bent in. You can even fold them up like so, like, and have them, if you wanted to display them like hanging upside down, you could do that, which looks really good. But we'll go on to again back to the transformation. Basically, like I said, there's a little peg here at the bottom of the wings that pegs right in here into the back of the leg here. You simply just need to unpeg that on each side, and then we're going to go ahead and rotate the bat head down over the compartment like so. We'll rotate it this way, rotate these down, and you're going to rotate it again at the hip, which I actually like to do it this way also, because of these pins here. You have that much on that side, and then when you rotate it around, of course, you have a bigger bit of pin on that side. I actually kind of like to keep it I rotate it to this position where the big pin is on the back side, where it's going to be basically on his facing away from. You'll rotate this down, and you'll swivel there at the joint right below the hip, and then you will fold this up like so. You basically fold the one wing like into that position. You can feel it. Actually, one thing about it also, you have pegs here in the hinge in this general area. I'm not sure how well I'm coming across there. You have these here that will keep it from going too far. So when you push to lock this place, you can see it kind of, I'm not sure how well it's coming across there with the light and everything, but you can see it stops it. So it's not, you're not going to push it too far and everything. That works really good for that. You bend this far, next one, and then you will rotate this section here, and you have which I should have showed that off. There's a peg hole right here. This peg is going to basically fold right into that. With this being the rubber that it is, it's going to make it easier to bend it just enough to slide it back there, as you can see. Make sure I got it lined up, and you just peg it in right like so, and then you just fold this section back to form his foot, and basically that's it for his leg. I mean, that is really nice. We'll do the same on this side. Straighten this out, rotate. I'm going to rotate this around again like so, just to get that pin to the back. Rotate the hip like so. Rotate that down, or rotate this back. Flip that into place. Flip this into place, and we'll fold the wing into the back of the leg. Fold that up to form his other leg, and here we have his legs. Now I noticed this too also. I'd rather have it this way, but you can work with this. You just gotta not really force it, but it can kind of give you trouble. I had this earlier, and I guess it's not wanting to work with me, so I'm actually going to just go ahead and rotate these back around, because I don't want to force it and break it. It doesn't have the extra hinge. That was the other problem with that too. Just rotate that back around like so. Which, did I just flip that? Oh, I got to turn the leg around. Flip the legs back around and straighten them out, and there we have his legs pretty much done. Next, you want to, right here, you rotate these. Right here, it's got a little swinging hinge here. Rotate these around to the back like so. Do the same on this side, rotate that around. You will then rotate this down and rotate it around into basically this position. You will rotate, well, you could go ahead right here, go ahead and rotate, peg, pull this out, which is of course his arm. You will then rotate right here above the joint, turn this into this position, rotate it down and around. This is a ball joint, so you don't have that much to worry about. And there's one arm. Do the same on this side. Fold this out like so, rotate it around, and here we have his arms. Next, all we have to do, we have to flip it up underneath it to flip his hands out, and it's gonna click. And do the same on this side, click. That's also really cool. I love the clicking ratchet there for that, or excuse me, the ratchet clicking clamp for that. We'll straighten them up. You'll then take Vorth here, fold them up just like you would for the Titan Master, and plug them in right up here at the top for his head. And here we have Mindwipe in his robot mode. Pretty darn cool. He does look really good. Again, I do love the head sculpts on these guys. The paint and everything that Hasbro has done for these looks really, really good. You can see that does shine really well. Next, all you got to do is, we'll take his gun. You can put it on any hand. I kind of like, I always kind of like you put it in the right hand, but for this one, we're going to put it in his left because we're going to show something else off. If you rotate this out like so, and then you fold this peg down to this position, you can do one of two options with this. You can stick it in his hand like so, if you want to use it like that, or you can take it and you can actually peg it right here like so if you want to do that. There is almost an option. You can kind of do this. If you take his hand and fold it up, you could almost get it to peg in just like you would with Vorth. You can almost do it. I mean, it's like right there, as you can see. I kind of wish it would have been nice if they could have done something like that for that, but you can see it could almost peg into his forearm, which would have been nice, just to give it that extra little bit to it, but you can't quite do it. So we're just going to flip his arm back out. We use this peg here, peg it right into that, and then just fold it down. And then you have this, which kind of looks okay. It's not that bad. Gives him that little blade action for it. But there you have it. Titan Returns, Wave 2, Mindwipe. Not a bad little guy at all. I think he looks really good. The paint and everything on this guy works wonders for him. That being said, that's going to be the end for this video review for, before we get much further, I almost forgot to show off the articulation. He does have the ball joint for the head where he can rotate. He has the swivel, of course, here in the arm on the ball joint, which you can do like so. He has the swivel right below that, rotate it all the way around. He has the bend in the elbow. He doesn't have any finger articulation. He does have a waist swivel where you can swivel it all the way around like so. He does have the hip ratchet. He does have the swivel again in the hip and the knee bend. He also has that sort of a little bit of articulation in the foot, but more stiff transformation again. But still, it's not bad at all. But that being said, once again, this is going to be the end for this video review. I'd like to thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe. And once again, at the end of this video review, you can find out the 2 codes that I have for you can use at primetoys.net. The first code type in the code transmissions at checkout, and you can get 10% off your order of all in-stock Transformers merchandise. That's an ongoing code. It will never run out. However, during this month of September alone, once this month of September is done, it will be gone. There is a special code called Transmissions 30. That's Transmissions 30. Sorry about that, Mindwipe. You use that code, and you can you type that code in, and you can get 30% off your entire purchase. Now, it doesn't have to be Transformers related. It can be anything he has in stock. It's a clearance code, basically. He's basically clearing out his merchandise. So definitely check that out. And note, you cannot use both codes at the same time. You can only use one at a time. Be nice to use it and get 40% off of the combined, but that wouldn't be just right. But that being said, once again, don't be sure to check out the primetoys.net. We can get use those great codes. And also check out the Transmissions podcast, also sponsored by Prime Toys and the originators of those codes. So that being said, guys, this is Donbot saying thanks for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon.